I am an unhappy camper. Today has roundly sucked, and it's only 11:30 a.m. I went to see Age of Ultron this morning, something I've been quite looking forward to. I go to matinees because I'm too cheap to pay $13 for a movie ticket. There was an 11:45 show this morning. So, went down there, went to the ticket booth. There's no 11:45 show. All the matinees are already over. Movie Phone had the show listings wrong. I find this vexing. So I thought to myself, I'll have a donut to assuage my rage. I'm one of those healthy eating sorts, so I don't typically eat donuts. In fact, the last time I had a donut was Portland. Look up when the last Barbershop International Convention was in Portland. Whatever year that was the last time I had a donut. My favorite donut is the Bavarian cream donut. It's a vanilla cream filled donut with chocolate icing on top. Yummy. So I went to a place called Yum Yum Donuts, which is right by my new place. Interestingly, Yum Yum Donuts, the windows are plastered in advertisements for burgers. They have no advertisements for donuts on their glass. But I guess the fact that the name is Yum Yum Donuts kind of speaks for itself. They don't need to advertise the fact that they sell donuts. They probably do need to advertise the fact that they sell burgers and sandwiches. So I went to Yum Yum Donuts and I looked at the menu, and by golly gosh, Bavarian cream is on the menu. But they didn't have any. Welcome to 30 Days of Netflix. Day, I don't know, I think it's 16. Yeah, 16. That sounds right. So we're in the second half now. Yippee skippy. Today I'm going to fill another small hole in my movie watching with a early 80s film called Thief, starring James Caan and directed by Michael Mann, so should be good. I think it's one of those some master criminal does just one last job type of things, so I've heard of it. I've heard it's good. I like James Caan. Michael Mann's made some great movies, so hopefully this movie will put me in a better mood. Because I'm really holding back. I want to break things. Not very healthy. Some people say I have an anger management problem. No. I manage my anger pretty well, I think. That's probably my sister. If you heard that high-pitched bing, I think my sister just sent me a text. Anyway, I manage my rage very well, my anger very well. The problem, so it's not an anger management problem, it's an anger problem. Little things really bother me. See, I'm either fine or filled with inconsolable rage. There's really no middle ground. Yep. Not healthy. But I'm too stubborn and cheap for psychiatry. Fascinating glimpse into Andrew's psyche, right? movie time. That text I got, it wasn't my sister. It was a friend of mine. I tried replying, but it gave a little error thing saying not sent, try again or cancel. Tried several times, would not send. I find that vexing too. I get service in this area. I was texting my sister earlier, which is why I thought it was her. After the movie, I thought I'd try again. Didn't work, but I noticed a little airplane icon up in the upper left corner. And I thought, goodness me, is airplane mode on? Yep. I don't know how airplane mode got on. I certainly didn't turn it on purpose. I'm sure there is a shortcut to turning it on, but as far as I know, you have to go into settings and toggle airplane mode on. I wasn't in settings. I haven't been on a plane recently. As I mentioned, I just texted my sister a few times earlier this morning. Now, it's not like I can't call my friend. I can. And I would, but after I turned airplane mode off, I sent the text, all is good. Still, that bugs me. Rubs me the wrong way. Frosts my cookies, you might say. As you can probably tell, I am still upset. I don't let these things go. No, I hold on to them. I bottle them up and I let them fester. Again, not healthy, but it's the way I operate. However, for the purposes of this show, it's not really fair to you fine folk that I'm having a less than optimal day. So, for you wonderful people who are so kind as to give me the time of day, I will put on my mask. Don't really want to. I would rather just be angry. Because putting on the mask, and by the mask I mean the front that we all, or at least I, put on when I'm in front of the camera, when I talk to people in everyday life, takes energy. It takes concentration. It takes conscious effort. And sometimes I really don't feel like expending that. But I will for you guys, because you deserve it. So let's talk about Thief, a 1981 movie from Michael Mann. It is, it's okay. I mentioned I thought it was a heist film. You could probably, if you're familiar with Michael Mann's work, you could probably guess this, but it's more interested in the characters and their lives and their interactions and how they react to each other and everything around them than it is actually a heist movie. It's really not something like The Sting, which is one of my favorite heist movies, or Ocean 11, either of them. There is a heist in it, but at a movie that's a little over 2 hours long, and I keep having to lean forward. I really need to get my eyes checked. At a movie that's a little over 2 hours long, the heist is a very small part of the film. It In a heist movie, you expect, okay, we're going to do this, and we're going to plan it, and we're going to get all the people we need, and then we're going to do the heist, but oh my gosh, something goes wrong, and we're going to have to change the plan in the middle of it to get everything working, and someone's going to go, oh, but we were planning this. You expect that whole thing. Not really with this movie. The heist happens, and it really goes off without a hitch. Although how they pull it off is fun to watch. Not an edgier seat nail biter fun to watch, but it's still cool to watch because they do some neat stuff, and they prepare some gear for it. But the movie is really about James Caan, who plays a thief, who gets involved with a mafia guy so that he can get one last score, the big one, so that he can retire and move to the burbs with his wife and adopt a kid and have a picket fence and watch Teletubbies. Decades later when Teletubbies comes out. If this movie has a moral, it might be something along the lines of, no matter how attractive it may seem, don't deal with the mob. Nothing good ever comes of it. I don't like the film score. I don't like a lot of Michael Mann's film scores. I find them kind of grating, which is a little difficult to describe why if you haven't heard the film score or if I don't play you clips. But not horrible, but there are a lot of places that I'm like, I don't like it. James Caan's character wasn't that captivating to me. It's a fine performance, but I wasn't drawn to him. I didn't really care that much about it. He's kind of an ass, you know. Not even in the super cool anti-hero kind of way. He's just not that great of a guy. A lot of familiar faces pop up in this. Jim Belushi is in it. Willie Nelson is in it. Several other actors I'm sure you would recognize, but whose names I either don't know or I'm just not plucking out of thin air. But would I recommend it? No. I think there are better movies of this type. I was going to say better heist movies, but to be fair, this isn't really a heist movie. It's a drama with a heist in it. Even so, I think there are better examples of the genre. If you do decide to watch it, it's not too bad, especially if you're a fan of James Caan and a fan of Michael Mann's movies. Then it would be worth a watch. But if you can take them or leave them or have no idea who they are, there are other Michael Mann movies I would start with, other James Caan movies I would start with. Of course, as I, let everything down and let you all know, I'm in a somewhat of a foul mood today. So perhaps that is coloring my opinion of the movie. It's possible. But really thinking about it, even on a good day, to me, I think this movie would rate, it's okay. So, I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for another day of Netflix.